Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. We had a fantastic EP live yesterday with Siobhan Williams, and you could watch the whole archive of that on our channel. And remember, when we shoot EP live, which is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, as often as we can, unless we're out on a production trip somewhere, we are in the Vancouver Film School Cafe Space. That's at 390 West Hastings Street in Vancouver, BC. It's a live venue. You can come and be a part of the audience and watch the show and be a part with us and maybe get up on stage and join us for Let's Play and Chat like Jason did yesterday. Very fun times, but we've got a rundown to get to, and this one's going out to Seth Woutini, who says, I would like to say I've been a huge fan of EPN for years, and he's very supportive and appreciative of our content. Thank you so much, Seth. This rundown is all yours. New details about the next Ghostbusters movie have come in, but not everybody is happy about it. Last month, Sony Pictures announced that they're making an all-new Ghostbusters film that will ignore the 2016 remake and instead serve as a direct sequel to the original films from the 1980s. The film is being written and directed by Canadian filmmaker Jason Reitman, the Oscar nominee behind films like Juno and Up in the Air, who also happens to be the son of original Ghostbusters director Ivan Reitman. In a recent appearance of the Bill Burr podcast, Jason Reitman revealed that the new movie is slated to begin shooting this summer and will go back to the tone and technique of the original film, and in his own words, hand the movie back to fans. Many on social media have interpreted this as Reitman's way of dismissing the 2016 film, despite the fact that he never actually mentioned it. So last night he clarified his comments. Writing on Twitter, Reitman says that his statement came out wrong and he has nothing but admiration for the 2016 film and praises the cast and crew for expanding the Ghostbusters universe. Regardless of who's to blame for all the controversy surrounding the Ghostbusters franchise, this just goes to show how difficult it will be for Reitman and the rest of the people behind the new movie to thread the needle and create something that pleases everyone. The new film hits theaters next year. I think we all need to just take a breath here, all right, and relax about the 2016 Ghostbusters movie. It wasn't a fantastic film. It wasn't the most awful abomination either. I think people that are incredibly talented worked on it to try to build something special, and they missed their mark. But it wasn't a terrible movie, and I have a personal recollection of that 2016 Ghostbusters movie. I was editing my review of the movie on my computer, and my daughter walked in, and so she would have been 4 or 5 when this was happening, and she saw that I was editing a Ghostbusters movie, and she said, there are girl Ghostbusters? And she was so young, but so aware that representation matters, and that hit me like a ton of bricks. And I think just on that fact alone, the 2016 Ghostbusters movie has value, and there are lots of fans for it. And I think that we should stop being so up in arms about that movie and stop being so up in arms about what Jason Reitman is trying to do with the new Ghostbusters movie, which is all, let's be honest, based around money. They want to make more money with this new Ghostbusters movie, and they think that going back to the original cast and working on it will make more money. That is the bottom line on all of this stuff. If the 2016 movie had made more money, they'd be making more of those Ghostbusters movies. But I think we can all just enjoy the fact that Ghostbusters is still relevant in 2019, and they're trying, you know, and they might not hit it, but at least they're trying, and they're trying to make something fun and cool, and might not be the 80s again, but who cares? Let them try. Let's try to have some fun with this, okay? The upcoming Halo TV series has unmasked a new commander. Showtime has announced a new director for their long-in-development game adaptation. The pilot episode and most of the other episodes in the 9-episode first season will be helmed by British filmmaker Otto Bathurst. He has a long history of directing episodes of TV shows, but has only helmed one feature film, last year's Robin Hood. Robin Hood came out last year? That film was critically panned and ended up being a box office bomb, so hopefully the Halo TV series has better luck. Thankfully, Bathurst will be working with some top-tier talent on the show because it's being produced by none other than Steven Spielberg, with Microsoft and Halo game developer 343 Industries also involved in the creative process. The story is expected to be focused on franchise hero Master Chief, although no word yet on who might be playing the iconic character. Expect Halo to hit the airwaves next year. I did not see that Robin Hood movie. I was being a little facetious and joking there. I know that Taron Egerton was Robin Hood, and now he's playing Elton John, so the guy's trying a little bit of everything, which is cool. Didn't see it, but the guy got a lot of money to make a movie, and apparently he's got a lot of chops with lots of different experiences making filmed content. So hopefully this guy does Halo justice. I am definitely looking forward to this. There are lots and lots of big stakeholders involved, so fingers crossed that this is awesome, and fingers crossed that the next Halo game is awesome. It's certainly pretty cool to be talking about this Halo show being so imminent, you know, like a real full-fledged Hollywood adaptation adaptation of this huge franchise. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it's awesome. Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, Google, and now Samsung wants to get in on this cloud stream gaming phenomenon. Following yesterday's announcement of the new Galaxy 10 and Galaxy Fold smartphones, rumors have surfaced that Samsung is working on a cloud game streaming platform for their phones. According to Variety, Samsung is partnering with Steam creator Valve on the new service, which will allow users to stream full PC games from Steam and play them on their phones, even when they leave the house. No official announcements have been made, but it wouldn't be the only cloud platform. Microsoft is working on Project xCloud, which will let you play full Xbox One games on your smartphone or tablet. Sony already has PlayStation Now. Nintendo is currently testing a similar service for the Switch in Japan, and Google is expected to announce a streaming console at the Game Developers Conference next month. So here's where we're at right now. This year we're going to have the battles between CBS All Access and Disney Plus and the DC Universe app and Netflix and Hulu. And then next year, in 2020, it is going to be the battle for your $15 a month for all of these different game streaming services, and it's going to get crazy. So, like, we're going to have these massive $200 content bills. If we get them all, got to collect them all, but our libraries are going to be endless, and we're going to have so much content, we're going to be buried in it. But what a crazy reality that this is all becoming, right? I mean, the fact that you're going to be able to just walk around anywhere, presumably over a 5G connection, and play your Steam library anywhere you go. Crazy days, man. Get ready to return to the stylish and bleak world of Darkest Dungeon. Vancouver-based developer Red Hook Studios has announced Darkest Dungeon 2, a sequel to their critically acclaimed 2016 game. Like the original, the sequel will combine the roguelike and turn-based RPG genres, although the developers tell PC Gamer that the combat system is being significantly tuned up with new mechanics and character classes. They also say that the narrative will be completely different this time around, with the characters embarking on a dangerous journey that takes them to a new and unexplored land, rather than taking on monsters in a singular location like in the last game. That's about all we know for now, and no release window has been named, so don't expect to be playing Darkest Dungeon 2 anytime soon. Now, I have Darkest Dungeon on a couple of platforms. I've touched it. I've just dabbled a little bit with it. It's got a really creepy and cool aesthetic. I know it's a critical darling, and lots of people love this game. And I am super psyched that Red Hook is taking this opportunity to continue on and expanding their franchise. I want to have those guys here on EP Live. So if there are any members of the Red Hook team that watch EP, we'd love to have you come down and show off the new game when you're ready and share it with the audience here and the audience at home. Let's have you in here, okay? If you thought Red Dead Redemption 2 was a little boring, Rockstar has the perfect plan to make it a little more exciting: competitive fishing. They've revealed fishy new details about the first big update for the game's multiplayer component, Red Dead Online. The biggest addition is that they're adding fishing to the list of competitive challenges, so players will be able to compete against each other to catch the biggest fish in specific locations. There's obviously nothing more invigorating and fast-paced than video game fishing, so Rockstar is thankfully taking it down a notch by ensuring that players will not be able to kill or attack rival fishermen. Otherwise, you'd be able to prevent opponents from catching their fish by shooting them in the back. New weapons, gear, and clothing are also coming, along with balancing tweaks and punishments designed to prevent outlaws from griefing other players, which Rockstar first announced earlier this month. The update goes online next week. Yeah, fishing has never been something that I've been super excited about. I mean, it's cool that, you know, it's been a part of games like Zelda and Far Cry and stuff over the years, but every time I see it, it's like I'm reminded of the countless arguments that I would have with Tommy, because we used to review those Sega bass fishing games all the time. Let's talk about bass fishing for the Sega Dreamcast.
Let's.
Yeah, fishing. I think there was a Dreamcast fishing rod controller even. I've got a fishing controller. Let's hook this up to the TV.
You got this cool fishing controller, you know.
And I would always just say, this is a sleeping simulator. Why are we waiting for fish to, like, this is so boring.
You gotta remember that.
Wait there for the fish to come. It's so boring. And they keep throwing it into video games. I mean, I recognize it's a big part of people's lives, and I certainly enjoy a good fish meal every once in a while, but I don't know, man. I just find video game fishing to be sleepy time for me. I likely won't be competing too much in the Red Dead online fishing competitions. I do know that that became one of the biggest sort of micro hits or little sensations in Far Cry 5 last year. Everybody was trying to, and that was very realistic and cool looking fishing. So maybe Red Dead's taking a page out of their notebook or something like that. I know people will play this, but I probably won't. All right, that's it for our rundown today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new EP Live for you. Our friend Brian Provinciano is going to join us here in the studio. He's going to be showing off Shakedown Hawaii, so please come down to our space at the VFS Cafe at 390 West Hastings. That's in Vancouver, BC, if you happen to be in our city. Otherwise, watch us on the stream. We start at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for watching today. Make sure that you get caught up on all of our content. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, hit that little bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching. Play forever.